In this video, I will show you how to complete the 25 elite kills much faster so you can spawn more Goblin Altars and farm treasure goblins more efficiently. This is also a follow-up to my previous Goblin Altar multiply trick video. In that guide, I show you how to use a trick to make one Goblin Altar spawn more treasure goblins than normal. So if you haven't watched that video yet, make sure to check it out after this one. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by Senior Unlocks. If you want to instantly stack your character with gold, runes, gems, boss material, or even speed up your paragon leveling, check out seniorsunlock.com. They offer plenty of options for Diablo 4, Path of Exile 2, and more, with multiple gaming platforms with fast delivery around 20 minutes. With a 4.9 star rating on Trustpilot, the link is in the description, and use code DCSK at checkout to get 5% off your order for a limited time. Before starting, you will need to learn Horadric Hunter and Altar of Avarice from the Nightmare Dungeon War Plan Skill Tree. Horadric Hunter requires you to kill 25 qualifying elites across Nightmare Dungeons before an altar can appear, while Altar of Avarice changes that altar into a Goblin Altar that summons treasure goblins. The difficult part is completing those 25 elite kills quickly, because normal elite packs can be inconsistent, and some enemies you expect to count may not increase the progress at all. The fastest and most reliable enemies I found are Animals Carriers. First, generate a Nightmare Dungeon directly from your war plan. The Nightmare Dungeon affix doesn't matter, so you can use any affix you get. However, the dungeon must be generated from the war plan because we will need to use the war plan teleport after resetting it. Once you enter the dungeon, check the first objective. You are looking for a dungeon that requires you to collect animals from animals carriers. And most importantly, the animals objective must appear in the first section of the dungeon. If the dungeon starts with a different objective, or if you need to complete another long section before reaching the animals carriers, don't waste your time. Generate another Nightmare Dungeon from the war plan and keep checking until you find one with Animals Carrier immediately available in the first section. To generate the dungeon that you want, it is best to find a war plan where the first activity is Nightmare Dungeon. Once you get it, select Teleport to Activity to enter the Nightmare Dungeons from war plan, and check the first objective. If it is not collect animals from Animals Carriers, then leave the dungeons. Abandon the Nightmare Dungeon quest, log out your character, and then log back in. Choose the war plan again and repeat the process until the Nightmare Dungeon generates with the objective of collecting animals from the animals carriers. It may take several attempts because the objectives are random, but once you find the correct dungeon, you are ready to begin farming. There should be 6 animals carriers spread throughout the first section. Every animals carrier is qualifying elite, so killing all 6 will give you 6 guaranteed kills toward Horadric Hunter. The first section also has a chance to spawn 1 or 2 additional yellow rare elites. These enemies should also count, so make sure you kill them whenever they appear. Depending on the dungeon and your luck, you may get 6, 7 or even 8 qualifying elites killed in a single run. There is also a small tracking tip that can make finding the animals carriers easier. After killing an animals carrier, try to avoid picking up the animals it drops. As long as you don't fill the animals objective bar, the remaining animals carrier should continue showing their red color skull icons on your minimap, making them much easier to locate. If you collect enough animals to fill the bar, the red color skull icon may disappear from the minimap. However, this is not a major problem and it does not stop the method from working. You can also find all 6 animals carriers by fully exploring the first section of the dungeon. So avoiding the animals is helpful, but it is not required. The most important thing is making sure you kill every animals carrier before resetting the dungeon. After killing all 6 animals carrier and any yellow rare elites you find, do not continue deeper into the dungeon. You don't need to deposit the animals, complete the objective, or kill the final boss. Simply leave the Nightmare Dungeon, open your map, and use the Reset Dungeon option. Once the dungeon has been reset, open your war plan and teleport directly back to the same Nightmare Dungeon. Because the dungeon was generated through the war plan, you can quickly return without needing to activate another Nightmare Dungeon sigil. When you enter again, all 6 animals carrier will have respawned. Run through the first section, kill all 6 of them again, look for any additional yellow rare elites, then leave and reset the dungeon one more time. Just repeat this process until your Horror Hunter counter reaches 25. Since there are 6 guaranteed animals carrier per run, 4 complete runs will give you 24 elite kills. If you find at least 1 additional yellow rare elite during those runs, you can complete the entire requirement in around 4 resets. If no extra rare elite spawn, simply enter the dungeon one more time and kill the first animals carrier you find. That will bring your counter from 24 to 25 and trigger the altar requirement. Once the counter is completed, the Goblin Altar should spawn around you. From there, you can activate it normally, or use the trick from my previous video to try spawning even more treasure goblins from that single altar. Remember to watch the video if you haven't done so. This method is much faster than running through random nightmare dungeons and hoping you find enough elites that actually count. Once you find the correct animals dungeon, you can keep farming the same 6 guaranteed elites over and over again without completing the entire dungeon. Try it out and let me know how quickly you manage to complete the 25 elite kills. If this guide helped you, drop a like, subscribe for more Diablo 4 guys. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next one.